Okay, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say little gremlins, because I'm here to feed you the news and leaks and rumors that you're looking for. That's right, we have updates, rumors, and leaks. Some of it's kind of like breaking news, and we gotta talk about it. Let's go and get right into this video. Yeah, I don't know why I called you guys gremlins. My bad on that. I'm getting a little carried away because we have some very interesting news. It's very exciting, and I just want to talk about it, so sometimes I fly off the rails a little bit. Before we get started, if you could, hit a like and subscribe. That would truly mean the world to me. We are like 200 subscribers away from 22,000. That's pretty cool. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our communities growing. We're actually 200 followers away from 1,000 followers on Instagram as well. So 200 followers, 200 subscribers. Just saying, kind of cool. It lines up. Now let's go and get right into it. So first, let's talk about a game that I felt like Nintendo had forgotten about. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, or it sounds like you're being a little extra when you say something because the Switch 2 just came out. But after getting like multiple directs and all these little updates and Mario's 40th anniversary, I just felt like there's a lot of missed opportunities with Mario Kart World. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't played Mario Kart World in probably 2 months. Not even kidding. I put like 6 or 7 hours into the game entirely, maybe a little bit more than that. But it just hasn't like popped into my head at all. I never think, I want to play Mario Kart World. And that's kind of strange. I know over time they will, fix some stuff and update it. But for right now, I just don't care that much. But we got a huge Mario Kart World update pretty much out of nowhere. This is version 1.3.0, and this one is definitely worth talking about. So yeah, this is the update right here. As you can see, there's actually quite a bit here. You can now join friends playing Knockout Tour by selecting friends from online play. Up to 2 players can now play free roam when waiting if the game was full when trying to join friends playing Race, Knockout Tour, or Battle and online play. So that's kind of cool. The free roam map now displays the locations of P-switches you've run over and Peach medallions you've obtained. This is something they should have had from day one. I don't understand why it took this long. I know there was like an app somebody made and was selling the app, and then I think Nintendo took that down. Big surprise there. You can now select a P-switch from the map and move to a location near the P-switch. Pretty cool. In free roam, you can now transform into the character pulled into the UFO. If dash food and settings controller is set to doesn't transform, then you will not transform. It is easier to encounter UFOs in free roam. A bunch of other stuff as well. I don't really want to go over it one by one, but this is a pretty big update, all things considered. I mean, just giving us this update for Mario's 40th anniversary, I feel like would have been kind of cool. Maybe that and like one new character or something, but I do think Nintendo is planning something in the future for this game. I don't know like what they do. Maybe around the Mario movie, if they're gonna make us wait that long. We'll see. I just hope we get some more content sooner than later with this game, because I would like to go back and play it, but as of right now, I just have no want to, you know what I mean? Now let's talk about another upcoming Switch 2 game, and I made a video, I think last week, about upcoming Switch 2 games that you should be cautious of, and some people said I was crazy about one of them, but I just felt like it's not going to go good. It cannot go good. And the crazy thing is, I am a huge fan of this franchise. I even like the bad game, which was Borderlands 3. I enjoyed that game. I didn't think there was any problems, but people hate that game apparently. Borderlands 4, I'm very excited for, but nothing about this game was making me think this game is going to run on the Switch 2 or be playable on the Switch 2, especially anytime soon. And now we have a huge update for this game. Gearbox has announced that Borderlands 4 has been delayed for the Nintendo Switch 2. So this was originally going to launch October 3rd, which is just in like a week or two, after PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. Now, we've seen the way this game launched, right? I'm not saying the game was unplayable, but I am saying it was pretty much unplayable sometimes, man. People on high-end gaming PCs, people on PS5 Pros, like people were having problems across the board. I know some people were able to play the game. That's cool. It just was not going good. So I did not think this game was going to run on the Switch 2 at all. But I guess it is, or was. But now the game is delayed indefinitely. Gearbox confirmed, "We do not take this decision lightly, but we are committed to ensuring we deliver the best possible experience in our fans, and the game needs additional development and polish time to do that. And then also, all digital pre-orders of the game will be canceled. You can do that manually, but if you don't by September 26th, they will do that automatically." Like, big shocker. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like this was going good at all. Don't get me wrong, I do hope this game has a big turnaround and eventually makes an appearance on the Switch 2. I would love to play it. I'm not going to buy it fully priced, but I still cannot wait to play this game one day. Now let's talk about yet another Switch 2 game that is actually coming out, I think, in like a day or two. There's a good chance this game is going to run good on the Switch 2 as well as the Switch, and that is Hades 2. Now, this is the digital only version that is coming out this week. And Hades 2, it's not like a bad game to own digitally. These are games you can play forever. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up right away. I do think I will get around to playing it one day. I just have other stuff I'm playing right now, so I don't know if I'll pick it up this week. I might, though, just to be able to review it, but we'll see. But we have an update about the physical version of this game, and it sounds pretty cool. So there is a physical version of Hades 2 coming November 20th, and this includes both a Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch version of the game on a cartridge. So you get one cartridge, you can play it on your Switch or Switch 2 and get either version. Kind of cool. Also includes a full color character compendium booklet, I guess, soundtrack download code, and reversible cover. This right here, reversible cover, is something I hope more and more developers or publishers are going to do. The Switch 2 versions of games, even when they're not game key cards, it'll say like all this text on the bottom. That shit is ugly, man. Or even when it is a game key card. I just want a nice cover. So reversible cover, big one right there. I think this game is like $30. I read a bunch of people are going to buy it digitally this week and then double dip for the physical. I mean, might as well support the companies who are actually putting in the work. You know what I mean? Now, before we get into a potential game, which would lead to another game coming over, I don't know where. Would it be a remaster or a port? Regardless, very exciting stuff. I have to talk about some PlayStation stuff quickly because it's making my head feel like a feeling that it shouldn't feel. We're in uncharted waters that we should not be in yet. You know what I mean? We should have not arrived here at all. And that is the next generation of gaming. I'm not talking about the PlayStation 5. Even though people say next gen all the time for PS5, this is current gen, bro. You gotta chill on that. But I'm talking about the PlayStation 6. Because Sony just showed off the very first PlayStation 6 game. What are we doing here? So this is the first PS6 game exclusive revealed. This is from Kojima Productions. It's called Fizzant. It's a PS6. It's almost hard to say that. PS6 exclusive next-gen action espionage game published by Sony. Cast includes these people. The actor strike caused casting delays. Still in casting process. Kojima is working on Death Stranding 2 team to capture Hamabe's likeness. Only key art and brief glimpses have been shown so far. I don't know if this is the official box they're going to go with. I hope not, because I don't want the PS6 boxes to look like that. But then, you know, that's good news that we're actually getting boxes for the PS6. This is the likeness so far that was captured. Yeah, I mean, you can tell there's like some work going into it. It's still very early. Kind of cool. But it's just like, what are we doing here, man? The PS5 didn't even have a real generation. It doesn't feel like we ever really hit the stride for the PlayStation 5. And now we're going to the PlayStation 6. I don't know how I feel about it. There's rumors that the PlayStation 6 might be a hybrid console like the Switch and Switch 2. If they go that route, hell yeah, let's get into it right away. But I just don't know, man, why we're already talking about the PlayStation 6. And then now, we have to talk about a new trademark filed by Nintendo. And the timing, I just think it's interesting. So we know we have Metroid Prime 4 coming up in December, I think. Right? December or November? I can't remember. But it's coming up, and that's very exciting. One thing we thought was going to happen is getting Metroid Prime 2 on Nintendo Online, or Metroid Prime 2 and 3 ports over on the Switch and Switch 2. Some people were thinking remasters. That is so much work. I've never thought that was going to happen. But at least let us play these games. Let us play all of them going into Metroid Prime 4. It just makes sense, you know what I mean? Shout out to Mike Odyssey for finding this trademark. But there is a new Metroid Prime 3 trademark filed. This is pending, which is good. Yeah, I mean, what do we do, right? Do they do 2 on Nintendo Online and then an HD version of 3? Do they do 2 and 3 ports, just straight ports? If I had to guess, I'm thinking maybe like an HD port, or the same way they did Galaxy 1 and 2. Maybe they do 2 and 3 for Metroid Prime like that. Charge $70 and just kind of upscaled a little bit. You know what I mean? They're not like real remasters, but there is some work into them. But when did they do that? We have Metroid Prime 4 coming out in November or December. So, did they drop Metroid Prime 4 and then we go back to 2 and 3 the beginning of next year or something? I don't know. I would just say this is kind of them just filing a trademark or something, but the timing is just hard to ignore. And, I mean, I don't know how Nintendo rolls. You know, whatever you think they're doing, they're never doing that. And whatever you don't expect, they're like, hey, you want to play something that you never thought about? And we're like, no, what the hell is that? And then it turns out to be kind of cool. But if I was Nintendo and I had Metroid Prime 4 coming up and I have Metroid Prime 1 remastered already, I would say, you know how you sell Metroid Prime 4 to more people? You get them interested in the franchise by releasing 2 and 3. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then 4. That's just how I would do it. Just saying. So we'll see what happens, but I do think this means something other than nothing. I do think something will come from this, and I hope, if I had to pick anything, I would hope it would be 2 and 3 HD package like Galaxy 1 and 2. And now seeing them do that with Galaxy 1 and 2, I kind of feel like that's not off the table. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? Because your opinion matters most. So in the comments below, I would love to hear from you. If you made it all the way to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe. Follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep the communities growing. And that is all I have to say. I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Peace out.